So hello guys, now today I will teach you Python. Okay, so let's go to the Python resource. I have Okay, so advanced Python. Now let me check if I am streaming right or not. It should show. It is not showing, but I could see that I am streaming here. Hello. Okay, I think it might get updated after some time, but I am streaming. Yes. So let's begin. So like you first for learning machine learning, artificial intelligence, you need to know Python. Because why? First let's discuss why we are learning. Why we are learning. Why not we could learn C++ plus plus or Java? Why could not we use those language for machine learning and AI? So Python have so many libraries, inbuilt libraries, which could be used easily to write the complex code. First, the C++ is already very complex. The Java is already very complex. And if you write the code, machine learning algorithms with Java or C++, then what happened? You will get entangle yourself in the syntax only. So Python have so many inbuilt libraries. Like why Python is used for machine learning? Because it is very simple. Its readability is also easy. So you must focus on the algorithmic part, not on the syntax part. Also, it has so many libraries like NumPy. NumPy is used for large numerical calculations with arrays and matrix, and we all know that deep learning is nothing but it is something like manipulation with some matrix. Okay, then we have pre-built libraries like scikit-learn, TensorFlow, Matplotlib, Scipy, and so many things. So it is a language of machine learning. And now coming to the basics. First is list. What is list? List is a data structure in a Python, inbuilt, pre-built data structure. So in list, you could store values like this, like declare the my list, and then you can store. And it doesn't necessary that it all have to be string, but it could be something like this. That is of integer data type, and other one is of string data type. Okay, in list also could be like you, if you want to define an empty list, you could also declare it like this: my list is equal to list. Now coming to list comprehension. What is list comprehension? So we have to search comprehension, meaning ability to understand something. No, in Python. Okay, so it refers to a concise and expressive ways to create new sequence. Okay, so like if this is a sequence of a list, then we have to create new list. Then we have to store from index 1 to 2. That will take so much time, and it will make a very easy task. So if you want to print my element in a list, then from 1 to 4. 1 to 4 means 1, it is a 0 index, that is, it is 1 index which is inclusive, and 2 and 3 and 4, but 4 will not be inclusive, so only cherry, apple and orange will print. You could also append in the list. Append means adding, like here it will add lemon. Okay, and we could also use insert. Insert is used to add the element at a specific index like 1, 0 and a 1. So blueberry will be added here. Okay, and we could also remove by the word, by the string. We could also pop will remove the last element like 1 here, and it could be also sorted. Now if you applied sorted, so here you could see that all are not numbers. If they are numbers, then it could be sorted, but how, what will happen if we apply sorting here? So let's test. We will test. Let's test dot py. Okay, we will take it, then paste, and then print sorted my list. Now let's guess what happens. We will learn. So it is showing not supported between instances of int and string. Okay, so it means that it has both int and string. So something like this error is arising. Okay, so what we have seen here is that if there are only strings, then that sorted can be applied. But if there is a different data type which is in the string, which is in the list, then it could not be sorted because it will confuse. How could I sort a list with some? And here it will sort in a alphabetical order. If A, B, if B same, second place check. Okay, so that's sorting. And so what is the difference between sort and sorted? Do you know? Sort and sorted in Python. Yes. So let's read it. This is a method specifically for list objects. It sort the list in place, meaning, okay, so to modify the original list, we will use list dot sort. Like this is a my list, then we will use my list dot sort, and it will modify the address, like memory address of this. It has a memory address, and it will sort it here. Okay, so the original list got modified, but in sorted it is not modified. It is just an instance, and it could be stored in that. Now to create a copy, okay, this, what is this? So this first is consists of like from where to start the list comprehension 0 1 2 3 4, then where to end, which is non-inclusive, and that shows that how it goes, like to how much place to leave. So it is here what we can see, that it is not specified. It means it is selecting all, and negative means going from backwards, -1, from -1. Okay, I think I'm right or not. Let me test. Okay, this means create a slice of entire list, -1 step. Okay, so it is specify the -1 step, means backward in the list. Okay, going from starting to the backward of the list. Now this creates the new copy. Okay, and we could also apply the list comp. We could create the list in Pythonic way, like for I in range this, if condition we could add, and we can further apply I for I in range, for I in even list, if I mod 3 is equal to 0. So that's it. Now comes to the tuple. What is tuple and how it is different from the list? So list is the alternate data structure and tuple is the alternate data structure. And we could see that in list we could store the different type of data structure in a list, in the same list, and in tuple also. But what's the difference? What's the difference? Could you spot the difference? So first is tuple is memory efficient. Okay. It, and also tuple is immutable. Like here we can insert and pop, but here we could add. Okay, but we could not pop here. We could not remove here. Here we could remove, we could pop, but here we could not. Like if you define the my tuple one, you could also define the tuple like this, and it will be created like this. So we could also apply the list comprehension. We could also count. Okay, there's a new function count number of A's, which it will give 2. Okay, we could also convert the my tuple into a list by using list function. Also, we could find the index of the C, but also we could add index of A from start. Okay, so there are two A's basically. So what if we have to find the A which is ahead, which is after the index one, and we could also like write like this. And as we know, and we could check by this function by printing that tuples are more efficient, more memory efficient than the list. Okay, but it is immutable. Now coming to the dictionary. So dictionary have a key value pair, and here key is a string, then value is a value, then here key and is value. Here key and value could be any of any data, no problem. Here how we could define and empty dictionary. Okay, and we could also use dict function to define an empty dictionary. And here's how could we add new element, and we could also pop here. Okay, and rather than using pop we could also use delete. Now coming to the set. So if you define, if you, because set have the same braces used here, curly braces, so it doesn't mean that you could define the set like this. If you try to define the set like this, then it is not a set, it is actually a dictionary. Define the set, we have to define the set like this: empty set is equal to set and then parentheses. Okay, we could check the data type by using the type function, and just add the elements by using dotted function. We could remove. We could also discard. Okay, what is the difference between remove and discard? So if one is not present here in the tuple, then it will raise a key error. But if you use a discard, and if one is not present in the set, then it will do nothing. Doesn't raise any error. You could also use pop to pop the last element, and now we could also apply some union, and also like new set is equal to set one dot intersection with set two. Also we can apply new set is equal to set one dot symmetric difference or difference. Let's apply the difference. Do you understand the difference between symmetric difference and difference? Let me show you. So just search. Okay, I think I should use the diagram. Okay, what do you understand with symmetric difference? Symmetric difference means the common part will be removed. Okay, only the part in A, like it is A minus B and B minus C, both. That's the symmetric difference. And in difference, only one sided, like B will be removed and A will. Basically, it is half. Okay, this if this A minus B only, then it is difference. And for symmetric difference, it is A minus B union B minus C. Okay, it's understood by the term it is written. So thank you guys. Now uh, let me teach you the for loop also. Okay, like to write the loop for I in range 1 to 4. So 4 is not inclusive, rest 1 is inclusive, right? Value. Okay. Now, what how could write the reverse? Like 4 to 1, which is not inclusive, means it will go 4, 3, 2, and we could also write -1 for the every step. It will go 4, then 3, then 2, then it will end. And you could also define the function by def function name, and we could also pass the arguments here like a comma b and return a plus b. Now it doesn't mean that function should return, it could also print. Okay, print, that's also valid. So there could be four combination with parameters, with no parameters and no return function, with with no parameters and return function, with no parameters and return function, with no parameters and no return function. Okay, that's so thank you for watching. Now I think some basics I have covered. You should revise the basics, and in next class I will teach you. Thank you. Bye bye.